make sure you subscribe to get more content from me. This video is going to be my thoughts on kids going back to school currently this year. A little backstory before we start. I'm currently in school to become a first grade teacher. I was actually supposed to start student teaching in March, but then the pandemic hit and the kids were pulled out of school, and I was not able to do so. So obviously the big discussion right now about COVID-19 is whether the kids need to go back to school or not, or whether they should go back to school or not. I wanted to add my point of view on the subject, because everybody has an opinion, so here's mine. First of all, kids are germ magnets. Little kids will lick anything. Anything. They pick their nose and they eat it. They don't have common sense about personal hygiene, and they definitely cannot distance themselves from one another. Like, it doesn't happen, okay? Also, to have a small child wear a mask for 8 hours is ridiculous. There's no possible way that that is actually going to happen. They'll play with them, they'll fling them across the room, we'll try to trade them, they'll chew on them, they'll sneeze in them, and who knows what else, okay? And it's not safe enough for them to not wear a mask all day. So, that's another, thing. Then it comes to the fact that no hands-on learning aid will happen. No counting toys or circle rugs on the floor, no days of the week calendars where the kids can change, and they all have their special day or whatever. They won't be able to have a class library or class board games or any decorations on the wall. And the kids that need hands-on help, especially when it comes to when they're learning how to write, and they won't be able to have the teacher correctly show them how to do it. And all of that really limits how a teacher can teach, their abilities and their ways. Also, many schools will be cutting all specials, which bugs me so much because kids need these. So no art, gym, music, life skills, or media, library. Many schools will have to also cut recess, and the kids will have to eat lunch in their classrooms. So the poor teacher is going to have 20 or more students who have to sit in their same seat literally all day. Not able to run off their energy, not able to get away from the four walls. That's going to be miserable for both the kids and the teachers. I see a lot of parents saying that they want their kids to go back to see their friends. Valid argument, kids need to socialize, kids need to be with their friends, but it's not like they're actually going to be able to be close to their friends. They won't be able to play with them at recess, and if they're not in the same class, they're not going to see each other anyway. I also see a lot of parents saying that their kids need to go back to school just for things to get back to normal. But what you're trying to send them to is not normal. No specials, no recess, no lunchroom, no friends. Nothing is normal about that. And honestly, the parents who say, I need my kid back in school because I'm sick of them being here, you're making it sound like your kid is a burden. Like, I really hope none of your kids hear you say that, because they can do so much damage to their psyche. Like, obviously kids are difficult, and this isn't an ideal situation, to be home all the time, but just don't make your kids feel like a burden because you don't know how to deal with them. This situation isn't ideal for anyone. There are going to be so many extra challenges, like finding childcare, helping out with their school more, and for some of you, actually having to parent your kid, since, some people seem to not know how to do that. Therefore, they want to send their kids back to school just so they don't have to parent them. That's not everybody, but I know some people like that. Your local governors and school boards understand that this isn't ideal for everyone. This isn't a decision that they're taking lightly. Who could have ever thought that this was a decision they were going to have to make? the pandemic is not their fault. And, they're just trying to do what's best for the safety of the students and the teachers and the student and teachers' families. One thing that bothers me is people like to say, well, kids can't catch it. There are low reports of kids getting the virus. But why is that? Maybe it's because as soon as we started to see a lot of cases, we ripped them out of school. And we quarantined them. They were the first ones that we really, quarantined. Maybe it's because we quarantined the kids and the elderly first. We protected them from corona. Alright? But kids can get COVID-19, and kids can spread COVID-19. Sending your kid back to school, really worth even like a 1% possibility that they could get sick and die, or they could potentially carry the virus to someone else who dies from it. I know everyone, only cares about themselves nowadays, but come on. When little Billy grows up and finds out that he killed his grandma by giving her COVID-19, he's going to be pretty upset with himself. Another thing that really bothers me is that people say, oh, but only 0.006% or whatever it is of kids actually die from COVID. And I saw this thing on Facebook. This guy was like, okay, taking that into consideration, my school district has 17,000 kids. But 0.006% of those kids is I forget what he said, but 100 or whatever. And he goes, that's 100 kids dead. You can look at the percentages all you want, but when you put the percentages to, the lives, just people, I don't know. Okay, it's a sucky situation, and there's just so many factors that have to go into it. It's just not good. So, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm currently supposed to be student teaching in order to get my bachelor's degree and my teaching certificate. That being said, I am absolutely terrified of being in a room full of kids right now with this virus. My whole house is high risk, and I would never forgive myself if I carried COVID home and got someone else from my family sick. And this isn't me being fearful. It's just, kind of is. But I'm not, I don't know how to say it. Teachers are writing out their wills and getting life insurance policies as they prepare to go back to school. And that honestly scares me. It scares me that 4 years ago I chose a career that I really loved, and now I'm kind of terrified to finish my degree for that career because I don't want to catch or carry this virus. Parents say that they never signed up to be their kids' teachers, but teachers never signed up to die, just so you don't have to take care of your child. And I get that some kids need the one-on-one. I get it. And that sucks. It's a sucky situation all around, as I said. But the majority of kids do not need to be in school right now. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on kids going back to school in the United States right now. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I also upload every Saturday during the summer for Summer Storytime Saturday. And lastly, Mondays during the month of August are double upload Mondays. I'll see you guys next video.